Mama's not showing. There you go. Oh,
Bandita. Well, you're so funny. Y'all hear mine in the background talking about, there you go.
Come on, come on, come on.
Turn it down some more. Hey, guys. Hey, Angela. I wanted to... What's going on, gang? I have been doing a lot of reading and about mental health. And even though, like most of you guys know, I've been in therapy for years, I still am learning so much. So I wanted to share with you guys because I was like, there has to be research that has been done that has talked about mental health and how that impacts, weight. And there's actually a lot of it. And so my journey it's going okay. It's not bad. I haven't gained a ton of weight. I just recently, I just started, I went into another weight loss challenge at my job. So it kind of really made me want to focus on things like what has been my story and what has gone on and why do I have roadblocks at times. And so basically, I wanted to share with you guys the story of my weight and kind of, hi Jess, how are you? And ask you guys kind of just have a back and forth conversation about struggles you may have had and things that you have done to conquer those or combat those. And I'm gonna share things with you guys. Like I have a ton of things I have written. So hey Ma. um so yeah. So the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that I was like, is having like being depressed or having anxiety, does that directly correlate to weight? Like obviously I know that there were some things off I noticed that I would gain weight a lot of times when I was in these states, but I was like, is there actually research? And there is. So there is a link between emotions and weight loss. Basically, you can have really good intentions, but if you feel tired or stressed or bored or frustrated, it definitely can derail our progress. So we are creatures of habit, and we like comfort. So it is very easy for us to try to find comfort, at least for me, I can speak for myself, to try to find comfort in food. And if you have habits that are poor, whether that be like low activity or whether you have, bad food choices, obviously you're going to gain weight. So we're seeking comfort, but the problem with that is it's only temporary. So there are some roadblocks that come up, but I feel like you have like to understand my story first to really understand some of the roadblocks that come up, and then you probably can relate to some of them too. So basically, when I was a kid, I was not heavy. I would say I was a normal kid. I played outside. I played video games too, but I was active, and I went into middle school, and of course your body's changing. So after I started my menstrual cycle, I did gain a little bit of weight, but nothing crazy. Just I noticed that my body was different. It was reacting to stuff different. As I went into high school, I pretty much maintained the same weight. It was around like 130, 140. So I was really slim actually, but I thought I was fat, which is crazy. Hey. Oh, I'm just looking at what you guys are talking about. So, I was like 130 to like 140 pounds, then went into college. And the freshman 15, I never gained that, thankfully. But sophomore year went by and I really wasn't getting any weight. But junior and senior year, I gained weight. I went up to 180. 180. I would go between 180 and 200. And then after college, I would kind of be at that 200 mark, a little bit over. And then after graduation, it was kind of like excuse me. After college, I was running at 200, and then my grandmother got sick, and then, she passed away 2012. and 2013. I had got up to 260 pounds. And so then after her passing, I became like really health conscious, and I was like, oh, I want to live. So I went and I actually like was going hard. Like I started with a juice fast for like a week and a half, but I would still have like a salad at night. Then I was honestly, my environment was very conducive to the weight loss because I was working for an organization that had a gym on hand, had a nutritionist for free, had a life coach for free. And so it was so great because my shift started at 11:30 and to like 8 or 11 to 8. So I was able to go to the gym before work, you shower up. They had a cafeteria there. It was really affordable. They would make me up an omelet, make me up, they would have like oatmeal. So it was very conducive to the lifestyle, to the healthy lifestyle. I dropped down to 170 pounds. Your girl was working. Some days I was doing 2 days. I was in the gym 5 days a week. I was eating. I was walking on my breaks, walking on my lunches. It was totally my lifestyle. And so at the end of 2014, I moved back to New York, and nothing really changed. Nothing drastic changed. But I was walking, but I really wasn't thinking about my food. But then I moved back to North Carolina in late 2015. And then I moved back in with Nova, with Sheena, and we were trying our relationship again. And the shit obviously didn't work out. It was very stressful. And in that time period, I gained weight. And I think I got up to about probably like 240 was my highest there. And so then we had moved on. I had been through a whole nother relationship by that point that was also very, yeah. And so skipping over that, then in 2017, I got involved in CrossFit. And that was a game changer for me, especially as far as activity, because it made me very disciplined because I got up every morning at 5 to get to my 6 a.m. class so I could eat and, stretch and all that. And definitely was a community there, the support. Yes, Angela. Angela says she want to lose weight too. I got my Slim Fast and treadmill. I'm ready. Girl, yes. Yes, girl. You better have your Slim Fast. What? No, but don't skip over what? What? Girl, don't say she probably some of that other relationship. Yeah. So I I got down to like 217, but my body was definitely proportioned different because I was strong and toned and compact. You know what I mean? I was looking good. Like I was carrying muscle. Like my body was truly like 40%, 30% muscle. Like it was dope. So yeah. Run that tea. Which tea? The tea about us or the tea about her? But yeah, so that's that. So I'm just sharing that to share with you that I have always, from at some point in my childhood, I started having issues with food, basically. And I never really thought about it like that. But I said, what? Nova, the relationship that I left you for. Okay. That'll come up, I'm sure, at some point. But this girl is crazy. Yeah, why is she so talking about my killing you? What'd she say? Wow. But anyway, so I wanted to do the research to see like if there was really legitimate science to it, and it is. So basically, they kind of broke down a couple of roadblocks. I think it's like 5 or 6 of them. And if you want to lose weight, you definitely want to hear this because these roadblocks are so real. So the first one is all or nothing thinking. How many people have ever just been like, okay, I'm gonna go hard on this diet, on this meal plan, and I'm gonna do this, and you do that, and you may do it for a while, and then you might have a day where you fall off and you make them, you kind of do eat something that's not on the meal plan or do something that's not aligned with what you're trying to do, and then you basically feel like a total failure, or you feel like you have, you know just blew your whole meal plan. Well, that's an all or nothing thinker. In that same token, if you're doing really well, you're like, I feel like a winner, but that's the only thing that makes you feel like a winner. So that kind of thinking is dangerous because you should definitely praise yourself when you're doing well, for sure. But when you do have a moment and you slip, you shouldn't feel like a failure because you still were on a path and you still were doing better than you were at one time. And so it's really, really traumatizing to yourself to constantly beat yourself up and be like, oh, because the small things, the small changes, they really, really, really do make a difference. And that's one thing I can attest to with all that weight loss in 2014. I was making small changes and they became big. Like, I didn't go into it with the thought, I'm going to be in the gym 2 days and I'm going to be walking on all my lunches. That stuff just kind of happened because I was walking for 15 minutes and that turned to 30 minutes and that turned to 45 and I was eating for 10 and then walking for 50. Like, it just started like that. So, what they actually called that in an article I read was cognitive distortion, where you feel like you kind of blow it out of proportion what you're feeling. So the links to that are feeling a lack of control, like over your eating, or feeling the inability to lose weight and maintain healthy weight. So I'll give you another example. After small indulgences, you probably struggle getting back to eating healthy. It's almost like you rationalize with yourself that, oh, it's okay for me to, I've already blown my meal plan, my diet. So it's okay for you to indulge and enjoy yourself because life is about enjoying. You should give yourself that time because that's that all or nothing. Like, I got to go all the way to the max. And if that works for you, that's fine. But if you need, and some people know, like myself, I know that I may need to restrict some things, but all or nothing doesn't work for me, long term. It never really has. So don't think that you're a complete failure because hey, I'm glad you like this, but don't think you're a complete failure because you went off base, because it's life and that's what life does to you. So it's like we have to learn how to cope with all these things, right? So that one was huge to me, and I saw a lot of myself in that specific one. So I was like, oh, I have to share that one for sure. The second is probably a lot more obvious, but it is I feel like it still needs to be said, which is negative body image. So obviously it seems like negative body image would push you, right? Because to lose your weight, because if you're trying to lose weight, you're probably not very satisfied or less satisfied with your body, the size or the shape of it. And there's nothing wrong with improvement, right? But when you almost obsess over your body in a negative way, it's very damaging. Like, obsessions and preoccupations to the point where you're giving yourself negative self-talk. Oh, look at my stomach, I hate it. Oh, look at my back, I hate it. You have to really find ways to love yourself, and it sounds a lot easier than done sometimes, but you really have to remember that you're still the shit. period. Just because you want to improve yourself doesn't make you any less valuable. It's really, really important. And I know that's something I've struggled with for a very long time. And that is why I've had a difficult time in that arena. So another one, spot on. And I'll give you an example of how that can fuck with what you're trying to do. It can hinder you straight up because because you feel uncomfortable or because you feel embarrassed about your body. That's the way you look at your body image. It can hinder you from going and doing something that would help you. And so one time I was going to the gym. I was so gung-ho. I pumped myself up, went home, got dressed after a long day, went all the way to the gym, and I walked in and I looked at all of the great bodies in the gym. And I immediately shut down and wanted to go because I felt so uncomfortable. I felt like I didn't belong there. I was embarrassed about my weight. That was body image, negative body image, and that affected me in a negative way. So that's what I mean. Like, throw that shit away. Like, there's no. So the third one that's really obvious, and you guys can tell me for sure if you feel this way, like with negative body image, if you felt that way, that has kept you from that's not Nova. A rose is still a rose. Aretha Franklin. I cannot. But if you feel like your body image has kept you from doing things that would have helped you in whether it be your career or your life, your weight loss, if you're just coming into the video, make sure to like the video. Stress is another one, which obviously is way more obvious because I think a lot more people deal with this on a massive level. We all deal with stress. So I think it's a lot easier for people who deal with stress to just use food or the amount of foods as a coping mechanism. I can recall being in college and binge eating, like just eating a ton of food till I was sick almost. And sometimes even in the last couple of years, I can recall times when I've eaten and been like, why did I eat like that? Like, I feel terrible right now. So it's like, interesting. So yeah. Of course, the fourth would be depression. And obviously it's just, if you have ever battled depression, you would know. But if you haven't, I would tell you that depression definitely makes you not want to do a lot. You don't have a lot of energy. It's sugar, salt, and bread for me. And yes, you're right. I still know I'm cool no matter what I look like. Word. Facts. And absolutely, same here. Sugar and bread. Salt, not so much. I never really like salt, but sugar and bread, it adds the pounds on. Yeah, you're definitely cool no matter what. And the fifth one is going to be personal childhood trauma, which is physical, sexual abuse, peer bullying, and doctors say they're higher risk for something called emotional protectiveness, where their people are trying to protect themselves with these different mechanisms. So for me, I experienced all of those things. I was physically abused. I was sexually abused. I was emotionally and mentally abused. I was bullied in school. So all of those things, they kind of just become like food. And for me, it was sweets. Sweets just became like my comfort. They were the thing that made me, kind of, they just made me feel good. And so to speak. So I kind of relied on those. I think, though, and it's crazy because, like I said, I'm 33 and I've had tried to lose weight many times before. And I was successful back in 2014, being that I dropped down to 170 pounds. So I know the formula. I know how to do it. I just want to make sure that inside I am whole as well. So that way I can really overcome and really be a better me. Angela says, that's me, Bam, along with the depression and stress. It's real. It's so real. And so how do you cope with that, Angela? Do you just, push through? Mom keeps trying to talk to me off camera and it's distracting.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. What are you trying to say?
No, go ahead.
No, so you talk. Talk.
When it does that, what happens to you?
Yeah, that's why I asked her. But the depression is real, because I think what people don't realize with depression is you are so low energy, and sometimes, I mean, you're not being active, so the weight is just piling on. You're probably not choosing the best food, and the weight is just piling on. So that's definitely real. And stress, oh man, I mean, in the moment you're like, okay, this is gonna relieve me for a second, but then of course it's gone just like that. So I'm on a lot of medication and seeing a counselor every 2 weeks. Good, Angela. And that's exactly what I was about to say. I'm glad to hear that you are seeking help, because that would be my 100%. Any type of mental health challenges you're having, I would definitely suggest seeking a professional. However, when it comes to food, when it comes to coping skills, I think a lot of people have coping skills that are not healthy. So we're talking about food here, but it could be drugs, it could be sex, it could be something that even seemingly might be good for you, but if it's done in excess and it's interfering with the other aspects of your life, you know that it's a problem. And so you need to get it under control. Okay. So I think that things that have helped me, I'll be happy to share, because I also have been right there with you, Angela, where I've been on a lot of medication and I've been seeing a counselor every 2 weeks. And I actually am super excited because I am back in therapy as of Monday. And I am ecstatic about it, because I haven't seen a therapist, a licensed therapist. Let's say that. I've seen many therapists, but I haven't seen a licensed therapist in a full year. So I definitely encourage seeking therapy. I would say, though, things that have helped me is keeping a journal, just expressing my feelings in a place, just kind of pouring them all out. Even if it's not a journal, sometimes I'll keep a journal, but I won't do anything but just write random shit. Like I might write a lyric, a poem, I might sketch something in it, but it's your journal, so you do what you want, but you can log your feelings there. Make small changes. Like I was saying earlier, when I made those small changes, that was huge, because the weight just started dropping off. It was almost like I was losing weight and I wasn't ready for it. Like it just was shedding off. So making small changes is huge. And Angela, are you like being active? Because I think that would be grand. If you're just coming to the video, like the video up. So like, for instance, things like walk 15 minutes after dinner, before dinner, after your lunch, before your lunch, just started. I'm going to tell y'all though, that self-talk is real. Me and my coworker always talk about how people put curses on themselves all the time. When you say things like, I'm never going to lose this weight, oh, I'm ugly, oh, I'm fat, I'm not good enough, these kind of things. And I know some people probably like, that sounds silly, but no, these kind of things impact you, period. You cannot talk to yourself like that. Like once you hear that, and some of us are just so used to putting ourselves down so we could do that before others do it, before somebody, we want to beat them to it. But that's nonsense. We can't be doing none of that. So as soon as you feel yourself there, say, oh, nah, sis, nah, we're not doing that. Angela said, yes, like I said, I'm on a weight loss journey, so I walk a lot. Good, Angela. Well, I'm always here. It sounds like we have kind of deal with a lot of the same things. So tune in here. I'm going to make sure that you get everything that I get, I want to help as much as I can because it's a very serious matter. Um, People really don't treat, especially food, like they treat a lot of other things, a lot of other issues because it is so easily accessible or tolerated, but really it's not because people have fat phobia like crazy. Like people do not like fat people. And even to the point where somebody feels, I've heard girls tell me that, and I'm not this person, but they told me that they don't even feel comfortable eating out because they're fat and they think that they said that people stare at them or they think people stare at them while they eat. It's just like, it's insane. But self-talk is huge. Like, make it positive. And then relaxation is important. So, that self-care, and some of us don't have like a ton of money to work with all the time. So you have to make it work for you, whether that be a bath or, you taking an extra couple minutes to do something extra to your face, all that. I'm doing the weight loss journey with you, Bam, just not the keto. You give me motivation to do this, Bam. Oh, Angela. Yes, girl. You got this. You got this for sure. Nova said, I hate eating out because I smack. Yeah. So, prioritize sleep. Y'all see me right now. I need to sleep. And that's something that I have to do better because sleep is huge. And I mean, all these things are tied together. That's what I'm saying. Like the mental health, getting that on track, getting aligned. One thing I recognized recently is that I really have struggled with stability. And stability is something that everyone needs to start to. You can't grow. Imagine a tree. If the tree is not stable, if it doesn't have roots, the limbs are not going to grow. They're going to become frail and die or struggle to live because they're not rooted. So just like any plant. So we are plants. So yeah, we have to do that. And so I would highly suggest seeking, a therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, someone who you could talk to about the emotions you're feeling, especially if they trigger you to do things that are unhealthy, whether that be any of those substances I just talked about. The weight loss journey is really cool for me. I've been on this journey for several years. However, this time it's really mental for me. A lot more cognizant, like my mind is more in tune. So I feel like this time is different. I don't know. I'm excited to share it with you guys. I think that there's a level of commitment and accountability that comes with talking about your weight loss in front of people. I don't think that my body is disgusting, but I definitely would like improvement. And to keep it funky, I would like to wear, a two-piece or just some of my favorite. I love designers. I love, style and fashion. And even though fashion needs to expand to plus size because the average woman is like a size 16, I want to embrace myself in those things. Plus, more than anything, being healthy is super important. I don't understand what I was going to say earlier is I don't understand how people are not able to associate, overeating or obesity like the way they associate heroin, because obesity takes people out of here all the time. Diabetes, heart attacks, heart failure, strokes, kills people every day. But they talk about drugs all the time. They don't talk about food. She like expensive shit. What are you talking about, Nova? Nova wants me to talk about this situation about this girl. So, a lot of trauma, right, in my life. So, I, it's just so crazy that she wants me to talk about this. But I know that there are things that have happened in my life that had totally thrown me off course. I've been like, what the fuck? Like, why did you do that? There's been a couple times in my life where I really, really regretted something. This is one of those times. So I was dating this girl that I did. Yes, it is. Obesity is the number one drug in the US. But I was dating this girl after Nova. She would say that I left her for her, which I guess is true. But I and it just was not. At first it seemed really good, and it just was not, because it just became like a control thing. She was controlling towards me, and I don't like that. And she was like on me like a hawk. Like, she had a surveillance in my house. She, I thought she was sweet, but she was really just not for me. And so that's what Nova wanted me to talk to y'all about. That it's a lot of stories surrounding that. And I think it would be unfair for me to tell some of those stories without Nova being present. Because let me tell y'all, she was a little off. Let me just tell you a little snippet. Let me just tell you. Bottle, think liquor bottle, yard, Bambi. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Ah! I didn't say nothing else. So the situation just got real messy. That's all I'm gonna say. It got real messy. Y'all, Nova cracks me up. The one thing I can always tell when I'm starting to lose weight is when my face, because my face will lose it first. Like, I had a double chin out the wazoo last week, and now it's already starting to like flatten, which is cool. But yeah, so as far as you guys' weight loss, make sure that you are staying focused. Make sure that you are she's about now. She want me to go into it. Make sure that you are being kind to yourself. Think about the traumas, revisit them, seek help if needed, because if you don't move past the traumas and the roadblocks, if you don't address them, and if you don't remember, you probably should have had a piece of paper or something, but look at your life and look at those roadblocks that we discussed. Just roll it back and look at those roadblocks. Because I'm saying, oh shit, bitch.
Start from the top.
She just scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, start from the top. Let me get my chair. I'm not coming.
Did you know she was coming? Did you see her? Oh,
I wanted to tell.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, do tell. Scoot over, Mom. Thank you.
What?
So what? So what happened? Liquor bottle yard. What?
Yeah.
So.
Oh shit.
So one morning.
Nova. Okay, go ahead. You want to get up?
Over?
Yeah. One morning, I was going through Bam phone. Bam was sleeping in my room. I think I told us already. I was going through Bam phone, and she was like, the girl was texting her good morning or something. And I said, oh, wow. So I went to the store. I went to the Burger King, got me some breakfast. Came back. And on my way back, I called her. I said, bro, stop calling my shorty. Which one? And started listing all these bitches. I was like, oh, okay, now you being fucking funny. So I guess she called Bam on her work phone or whatever it was, other phone. And Bam done locked herself in the room at this point because she know I'm furious. It's too early for me to be with the bullshit.
Mind you, we're not in a relationship.
We're not in a relationship, but who gives a fuck? We were still sleeping together. Matter of fact, you slept in my room that night. Yeah.
I mean, I may have.
Yeah. So, yeah, trifling, Mom. So, yeah. So then, the girl, I guess, was blowing Bam phone up. But the way Bam was in the room, I tried to kick the door down.
You did kick the door down. Crazy.
Okay, I sure did, because it was disrespect. Motherfucking disrespect. So I kicked the door down. I did kick the door down. And then I ended up going to the bathroom, and Bam ended up going outside to be on the phone.
No, what?
How did you end up outside? How did
I don't remember that. I don't remember why I went outside.
she about got hit by the car and I almost hit her with my Ciroc bottle?
No,
She's just the disrespect.
she was chasing me around the yard with the Ciroc bottle.
The disrespect. I was gonna hit you with that bottle. Yeah, you was going disrespect.
We do not condone violence.
And she, at this point, she ain't tell me she was fucking her. It was just.
I had told you.
Nah, nigga.
You just didn't know who she was.
Nah, nigga. Nah, nigga. That's not what you said. That's not what you said. So, fast forward on to that. That was after that, all this bullshit started happening. I said, you know what? I'm done. I ended up being a whore, like I'm doing right now, whoring it out. And your girl moved to her own spot.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Bam, like, low-key stopped talking for a year and a half.
It was about a year and a half.
About a year and a half. And then I hear from Bam. One day, what was I? I was moving. I was in the middle of moving. And Bam house was closer to my job. But I forgot why we had connected back. I don't know what that was. I don't know what the connection back was. Do you?
I think was that not the transition of your job?
Yes. So I moved back far as fuck. So I had to stay at Bam house sometimes to be closer to my job so I don't have to wake up at 4:00 in the morning to get there. So the first time I went over there, Bam was like, well, yeah, just come on over. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we sitting there. At the time, I'm smoking. So we was smoking, chatting it up, catching up on each other or whatever. And then I realized that it's a camera in the living room. I'm like, why do you have a camera in an apartment with one door? And what did you say?
I said, I'm not going to say her name. She wanted me to be safe, she said. So she had that. Well, because, I had an incident where my door was open in the middle of the morning one morning. And that was really weird. But that's why she said that's what she said she had it for.
So I said, oh, hell nah. Unplug that shit while I'm in this motherfucker. Because it's kind of fucked up. You got a girlfriend. I'm sitting in here. The bitch got access to the shit. Unplug that motherfucker. So Bam unplugs it. 2 minutes later, what happens?
I get a call and she's like, why is the camera unplugged? I'm like, what? I mean, just because I wanted to unplug it.
Listen to what she said.
I wanted to unplug it. And she's like, is somebody over there? I'm like, yes. And she's like, who is over there? I said, Sheena just came by and I think you were actually picking something up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you were picking
it was something real quick.
But I said, Sheena came by real quick and she was like, click. She was upset.
That's when it went downhill?
Yeah, for the most part.
Can't trust you.
For me, not for her. I was just like, and then it was my fault too. Because mom came down south and was like, oh, baby, I don't see it for y'all, basically. And I was like, Mom, I'm stressed out. I'm really stressed out.
She might talk about some sheen now. No. I ain't gonna do that.
Terrible. But no, yeah, so that happened. But
tell about your incident with your makeup.
Oh gosh. So
no, I didn't.
Did you?
I've never seen her again.
So okay. So the real tea is her family is from the area where we're here, around where we're at, and she lived about an hour and a half west, 2 hours west. And I liked it like that because we could go and visit each other and see each other when we wanted to. We both had our own places. And she had made a decision to leave her job there and move here and take a job. And when she told me that, she said, oh, I'm going to be staying with my mom, but it's convenient because you're not far away either, until I get my own place. I'm like, okay, that's not a problem. She had a key, so she'd come and go as she want. But her, couple of nights a week turned to several, turned to all. And I started making comments about how I didn't have any time or any of my own space. And she just would kind of like address it and then not whatever. And so there was one morning where I had basically mentioned to her that I was like, I need you to, kind of be really in between, like you said you were going to be. And so she was like, nah, hey, she was like, oh, you don't want me to be here type thing. And I'm like, no, but I need my own space sometimes, I just got out of a situation where I was always living with her and talking about Nova, and I just wanted that to be different. And she just really could not respect it. And then I was getting ready for work, had my makeup, doing my makeup, and she did not like that she probably felt like I was ignoring what she was saying, but really I was just getting ready for work. And so she came in there and she knocked all my makeup off the sink. And so it was all over my bathroom. And y'all know my makeup is expensive. So I was pissed off. And so I basically like shoved my arm at her like, I don't want you to do any more damage. Like, go. And when I shoved her, she shoved me back and we started really tussling. And she like, tried to slam me against the wall, but I'm strong, so I slammed her up and then I was, so it became like a real tussle thing, but I ended up hurting my I think I hurt my arm or my lip or something. I ended up having to go to the doctor though. And I remember being in the doctor's office and they were like, well, what happened? And I was like,
you made up a lie.
I made up a lie. I don't remember. But the whole situation was just insane. Several weeks passed. I had low-key felt like I was like not into her because of the way she was acting. She just was acting real crazy, cray. And so I started separating myself from her. And so she started being even more, going even harder. But in the interim, she had started talking to somebody at her job that her brother had hooked her up with. Yeah. Had started talking to somebody at her job that her brother hooked her up with. She ended up telling me, like, because my homeboy, everyone was getting married at that same weekend, and then all of my homegirls were coming in town, and she ended up telling me, like, she had kicked it with somebody. I don't know if she actually told me they had sex or whatever, but I remember her asking me a weird-ass question. She asked me, do you think you're better than me? And I told her yes, because... I told her yes because, despite everything that had happened with us, I hadn't gone and dealt with nobody else. So I felt like that made me better. So I told her how I felt. And she was like, oh, okay, And so that after that weekend, we never saw each other again. It was like...
It was over.
It was over. It was over. My friends came. They encouraged me, don't be with her. And I blocked her on everything. And then she came and she started moving her stuff out because the whole argument was about how all of her stuff was in my house. Like, she wasn't living some at her mom's. So she came to get her stuff, but she wanted to keep my key. So I don't know if she had the intention to break up with me or if she just was actually taking her stuff. But after I did the whole block scenario and all that extra shit, she was over it too. And I tried to talk to her a couple more times, but she wouldn't answer my call. So, which I mean, it was probably best.
God knows.
Yeah.
God knows best.
He does. He does. He knows all things.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that was a relationship that I guess I had to have to learn, but I really could have did without it. I could have totally did without it. It's really Nova's fault. Bam, did you change the lock? Yes, ma'am. Had to. She ended up giving me back my key, but I still changed it because I was like,
scary.
Yeah. And I think I've actually seen her once or twice since then. I don't think she lives in the area anymore, though. But I saw her, I felt like at one time close to State's campus. And I was down there.
Seen her, I wouldn't even know who the fuck she was.
We used to call it depression.
What? Nah, that was Janice. Janice called her.
Oh.
Chewbacca.
No, somebody else.
That was not me calling her that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, yeah.
That was that. Are you going to join the weight loss challenge, Nova?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Beautiful.
It's like...
Okay.
Girl, get with the program.
What's the doctor next week for my life? Yeah, follow me on that journey. Follow me on that journey. I think that's the problem.
Lipo.
Yeah, I'm getting lipo. I'm getting a tummy tuck. What's the problem?
First of all, your cheap ass is not getting no $14,000 procedure.
The way this check about to hit, I'm getting everything I want to get.
Like, shit.
Oh my gosh.
Going out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Ma, not you. Me and Ma.
I'm going,
Nah,
motherfucker.
you don't be here with me and Ma. Be having our time.
I'll be.
I'm gonna take her to sea. I'm gonna take her to Seagate because she don't eat seafood, so she gets something regular cheap.
Yeah, really.
What's Seagate?
I don't know. What's the new shit?
Oh, something new.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey.
It's off Capitol. It's new.
Oh,
It's the thing that- I'm gonna take
hell
them
yeah!
coupons
I've
off.
seen that.
You
So
wanna go?
I'll do.
You
Come
wanna
on,
go?
come through. That'll be a cheat
maybe
day.
Friday. I gotta bring. We
Oh,
gotta get
wait.
it. We gotta get it to go.
I can't go Friday.
Yeah. We got. Sorry. Me and my Bree will
Well,
go.
get me a to-go plate.
Nah, it's buffet.
Well, no.
Oh, don't try to
Don't
make
wait
any
till
more.
Saturday.
They say,
Wait till
nah,
Saturday.
you got something to do at 3.
I will try.
And then
Yay!
You got the collab that night.
Do y'all? I know. That's what I'm saying. Wait till Saturday.
Mm.
Okay, so y'all, yes, that's awesome. So do y'all want to do the for the money or
Nah,
just for
do
the
it.
weight?
Just do it for the weight. Dude.
Just for the weight. It would be too complex.
For the
Yeah.
weight.
So let's just do it for the weight. Yeah. So we started.
Y'all started already?
Who at my job?
Yes.
No, she's saying we can do the weight loss challenge. So I'm down.
You gonna do a group me or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a group me.
Everybody drop your group me information in the comments.
Yes, drop your group me information in the comments.
So I can send y'all fake pictures of salads that I'm eating.
But not for real. Like, I really want to do this so we can. Hey, Casey.
What's up, Casey?
So we can support each other and we can encourage each other.
When are you starting?
So Monday would have been ideal, but what we can do is, what's today? Today's Tuesday.
You want to start on Sunday? Well, let's start on Monday. Start on Monday. Sundays and Mondays are good. Actually, Sundays are better days to start for people, but we can start next Monday, which would be the 17th, I believe. Oh, I was looking at my calendar. I wasn't.
Oh my God,
yeah,
you're
17th
such a
cool.
rude bitch.
17th is cool.
Okay, so the 17th of February, and I will post some things on my Instagram so that way you guys can stay in the know. In the meantime, I'm going to Monday. That's what we're gonna do. I'm straight tomorrow. I'm drinking vodka and making fish tacos. Damn shame.
Okay.
Now that sounds delicious actually. But okay, cool. Casey's in. So we're gonna need your group me's. You can either email them to me or drop them in the comments. Comments would be a lot easier because I could always go back to it easily. Oh, you don't have an Instagram? Well,
group me.
Once you ever used Group Me, the app, Angela? Because if you do Group Me, we all will be up in there. Okay. Do you have a smartphone?
Group Me on the computer.
Okay. I never use it on a computer. Well, basically, you just download Group Me, drop the link, Nova, the Group Me link, and then you make your username, and then we'll all communicate through there. We'll share pictures. Yay! Yeah, so we'll share pictures. We'll share inspiration, and of course, food pics, all that. And the whole goal is, and we'll do it for 30 days, but we can just continue to kind of do challenges. I think it's important to kind of detox and do challenges, like especially like at least once a quarter. So we'll reboot, each quarter, and you're on the detox, then you're on it, and then so.
We're doing a detox too.
Well, I always like to do a detox before I do a weight loss challenge, but
so we're about to do a detox this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can eat crabs and shit.
You can have crabs. What day you want to have crabs?
Bitch, stop trying to clock when I'm having crabs.
I'm just trying to figure it out. Yes, we're gonna get that. We're gonna download it, Casey, and we're gonna get it popping. It's really
Do
easy.
you have to say your weight before you start, or you don't have to?
So
do
that is totally optional. You do not have to share your weight. However, what I would suggest is if you send me a direct message, kind of where you are, pictures, so I could really see who the winner is, because the winner might get something.
Winner might get a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Or a gift card.
Or a gift card.
So if you do participate in that way, then you can win.
Angela said, just remember, I'm doing Slim Fast, not the keto, okay?
That's okay.
This is
What you
your
do,
own
what works
pace,
for
whatever
you.
works for you. Because what's going to work for me might not work for you.
Right, exactly. And right now, I'm technically doing low carb, not keto. So, because I've just been doing low carb. So.
Technically, I'm doing mukbangs every day. So let's see how that goes.
What is that?
What y'all gonna watch me? What y'all gonna watch me eat? Not a damn thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But know that. But you just have to. But you don't eat a ton of bread.
Wait for it.
What do you eat? You eat a lot of potatoes.
Eat a lot of you. JK, joking, y'all. Nah,
JK.
My shit, I don't really be knowing what the fuck I eat. For real. Like, for real.
You eat a lot of potatoes, I'm telling you. I've seen.
When the fuck have I eaten potatoes, bitch?
What? You eat potatoes for dinner all the time. You probably would have.
When did I have potatoes?
When I made them for you guys for breakfast.
I had 3-4 slices of the potatoes. That was you. That was not me.
I didn't have any potatoes.
I had some corned beef hash.
Okay, that's potatoes.
That was one day out the week.
I said 1 to 2 days out of the week. I've been red potatoes.
Cereal.
Cereal is starch.
Yeah, I know. I had cereal for the morning all week.
Oh, we're gonna argue about what everybody eats.
Yeah,
let's get started.
Yeah, thank you, Ma. Shit, she gonna block.
She asked me.
Shit, I like Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell for lunchtime.
They have healthy meals there?
Hell no.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to change that.
Don't worry, but I'm just gonna eat shake. You remember them shake salads from McDonald's? I'm gonna make my own.
Yeah.
Holla at me in how many days? 30 days?
Yeah, 30 days. Right. So from the 17th, so it'll be March 17th. We would check back in, and then whoever sends me their pictures on the GroupMe app, you don't have to on the scale with your phone next to it, because I'm gonna need to see the date. Make sure that you're not trying to get over. But I'm joking. But if you do that, you will get entered into the opportunity to actually win something. Yeah. The winner will win something.
Maybe I can take my fat ass to the gym, holla at these skinny bitches.
Okay.
You know that?
Yeah, because you need to get popping. Your time, your celebration is almost here. Your new life is almost here.
My new life is almost here.
Okay, so you need to get ready.
We shall overcome.
Bag you up.
I don't know what happened with my screen.
Bag them up.
Just bag me a corporate job.
That part.
I ain't worried about it. Everything else, not worried about it.
Not worried. But yeah, so hopefully you got something from that. I know when I was reading all that stuff, it was like blowing me, like in a good way, it was blowing my mind. Like I was just like, yeah, all these things. It was a read, okay? 100% read, especially the all or nothing. Like that, when I actually read it, it made so much sense. But the fact that I've been doing it all these years and I couldn't like get it together is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You did, Ma?
What?
Oh no,
some potatoes tonight.
She did.
Yeah, they in the chicken.
Yeah, I'm about to fuck it up.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Monday. Monday. I'm gonna stop drinking sodas on Monday, y'all.
Woo, sister.
I'm
about to be a bitch. Oh, coffee.
You can have your coffee, but you're gonna have to
shut the fuck up about my shit. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell them my secret.
I'm just saying.
Don't tell them my secret.
You know what you're gonna have to do.
Shit. I got this. We'll talk off. Now, I'm not even gonna tell you my secrets because you're gonna be trying to be like me.
Listen, I don't have to be like you. Anyway, yes. So I'd be like, no, but how you do that there?
Yeah, because I need to go get me a job at Onyx.
What you gonna do there?
Dance.
You can get on the pole?
Yeah, need to. They got money to make.
You gonna pop that pussy?
Yeah.
Can you imagine you getting on
Yeah,
the
I
pole
can.
with your
And I would
big
pay
ass-
me right now.
with your big ass?
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion. Looking.
Oh!
Not
Not Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Do you know how to twerk? I've literally never seen you dance like that.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend was a stripper. She showed me.
Let me see.
You think you got money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me cash at me $45 and
Wait
I'll
a
bust
minute,
it wide.
45.
Because it's 5 minutes, 45. What's up, LB? 5 minutes, it's $45.
You're tripping right now.
And then there's more people on here, so you got to pay for them too.
You're tripping.
Shit, this show ain't free,
Okay. I'm not mad about it.
girl.
I got a couple dollars. I can't do nothing with you 45.
Okay, well then we not doing it.
Okay. Dirty one. Just a little head motion. Let me see.
I'm about to go get my food.
What you don't? She always putting her hands on
What's
somebody.
that? I'm putting my spirits on you.
Your big ass hands, they feel like you punching me in my arm. Oh my gosh.
Good.
Okay, we love
So
you,
she's
baby.
gone now.
All day.
Hey,
Thank
LB.
you, Mom. All right.
Yeah,
Heat it up, though.
so the situations that you go through, throw them ones, come on over, do something strange for some change. Facts, okay? But the situations that you have been through, just think about them, just kind of bringing it full circle. Just think about them, thinking about how your mental health may have affected your weight loss or any of your goals, not just weight loss, any of your goals, and how you want to implement that. Think about the roadblocks that I talked about and how that can help you. Yeah, I want to. Oh, somebody said, "Oh, I want to see Nova on the pole." I know that's right.
Funny.
So funny. So, yeah, do those things, guys. I know I probably seem really tired. I'm so happy to be here with you guys, but I am tired. But I love you so much, and we're gonna do this together. So, drop your once you do your group me to join the weight loss challenge. Just drop it in the comments underneath this video. Yes, we're gonna share recipes. That's absolutely a part of it. Absolutely. Depending on what type of diet you're doing, I know like some people, but it's recipes are always good regardless. So, and we definitely want them from the chef. Okay, so once you do get your group me established, you have your username, drop it in the comments, and I will make sure that everybody gets added. If you feel more comfortable emailing me, I will add my email so that way you can just email me. So again, it's Monday, so I need to get everybody added before then. I'm super excited as well. It's going to be a great experience. Like I said, we're going to share recipes, inspiration, workouts, accountability check-ins. It's really going to be a fun, encouraging group. No bashing, no hatefulness, no ugliness. Total support. So I cannot wait, guys. Now, the exciting part is Tuesday. So today's episode was all about mental health and how that has affected me, how the things that I've gone through, from the sexual trauma from my molestations at 5 and 10, and then the abuse that I encountered, physical and verbal, for a majority of my childhood, which would have been roughly 13, 14 years. And the constant things that I had to overcome, just the abuse and different mental health issues, post-traumatic stress, the neglect from my grandmother, the abandonment from my mother, the abandonment from my father, all these different things that that have created this mental health ball and peace that has hindered and how that has helped aided and hindered in my weight loss. So that's what this was all about. And I hope that you were able to get something from me sharing my experiences and me sharing, things that I had learned through research and just my thoughts. So the next episode is going to be on nutrition. And then the next episode will be on activity. So it'll be 3 episodes in total. I hope you guys will tune in for all 3. We're going to go deeper and deeper. I think as we're in this group me though, it's gonna bring out some things. And I know a lot of people aren't comfortable because it took me a long time to be this comfortable with sharing my life and sharing myself with people, but I know it could be really helpful to someone. So, maybe in the group me or amongst ourselves, we will feel more comfortable to talk about our experiences, especially if they were painful or traumatic. So cooking together, that sounds fun, Ma. Oh, you're more than welcome, Kingdom of Queen. We're here so we all can rise. If one of us is falling, all of us fall. To be honest, I say this all the time, but whomever you believe in, the Creator created us to help each other. Nobody is good at one thing. Everybody can assist someone and someone else, and no matter who you are, even the richest person or the wisest person can be taught something by someone else, and vice versa. So we're all here to help each other. So I love you guys. I appreciate your support. You tuning in. Next Tuesday we'll go right into the second episode. This Thursday, me and my best friend Debrita will be having game night with a couple spirits and libations. So you'll have to join us at 9 for that. It's gonna be lit. Debrita, you guys have met her before, Wild Perfection on the channel. She's a lot of fun, and let's just say she can handle her spirit. So you guys will look forward to that. Of course, me and Mama Bambina will be on Sunday. She will be yes, Mama Bambina, it's Melina. She wanted to say hey to you guys. Namaste, peace, love, happiness. Catch y'all anytime. Bam, love y'all. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna head out, guys. Like I said, sleep is so important. So we got to go get that sleep. But I will keep you guys posted. Like I said, I'll put my email here, which is lovebambina. Sorry, it's like shaking. lovebambina2@gmail. So I'll do that now. Again, I love all of you guys. Have a good night. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you Thursday.